Hey, what's up guys, aarava here, and welcome back to another episode of my F1 2019 Manager Career Mode here with Red Bull Honda for round number 11 at the Russian Grand Prix. If you guys did miss the previous one at Singapore, then be sure to go check the one out before you see this one uploaded 2 days ago. A very decent episode overall, tale of two halves really, and obviously a bit of a disaster mistake from me at the end there with Verstappen at the Singapore Grand Prix. Overall though, still good. Going into this episode then, 45 points ahead of Merck there, 5 wins apiece. Gasly getting on the board finally with a win there. And we're 15 points off Hamilton, so it's still all to play for in the Drivers' Championship as well. And, basically we can feel a bit more comfy now controlling the Constructors from here, 45, rather than last season us trying to chase down Merck and kind of only realising we could chase down Merck right at the end there. So, feeling good, but Russia's going to be a difficult one, it always is with the tyres, because it's such, the track, makes the tyres go so cold that you want to push, but then if you push too much, the tyres start to wear out in that kind of sense as well. So, it's going to be a difficult one. Verstappen was fuming in his post-race interview of running out of fuel and dropping a position. Are you going to apologise to him? Yes, I do. That was my mistake. So I'm going to apologise, and that's not going to change the morale. But there you go. Gasly won the Singapore Grand Prix. Did a great job, actually, Gasly. Got into first place and controlled it really well. I was very surprised. I was expecting him to fall back and kind of have Hamilton and Verstappen right at his heels, but he was able to manage it really, really well. So fair play, especially after the issues he had with injuries beforehand. But there we go. We created I think that was the staff centre. Yeah, we've got level 2 now, so our staff centre is right up there now. With a lot of people on level 2 then, so that's going to just generally improve many things, specifically being in terms of like driver focus and driver fitness will be quite good. So slowly maybe the drivers can improve even more if they do well with the morale levels and the form levels and whatnot. So we're going to move through then. Car repair is done. We got a sponsor offer. I forgot about that. Slot 6 is available here because yeah, we obviously did not go with Cheerios. Cheerios was a 5-star sponsor. We've got a 5-star sponsor up here. We don't have any 5 stars here though. I need to remember though what the it's really annoying actually, because I think this is lower. This is a lower payment than what we had last time, and these two are all on target. So again, I kind of almost want to not go with any of these just to see what we can get, because I'm pretty sure we had a better upfront payment of 4.5 million last time, and then these two, like I said, we don't want to go with these because we've already got a target position with Alpine stars. So I'm probably going to reject all these again and just see again what comes up, because we should be able to get a 5-star sponsor, and the hope is we get one which is a fixed payment one rather than an upfront payment. Right, we're just going through the days then, because we're basically got nothing to do in terms of improving the car. I mean, we are building a gearbox in 10 days time. In terms of parts wise, reliability is looking really great. We were actually just about, like I said last time in the previous episode, getting quite close to the point where we're starting to max out every single part and performance there. So we're really trying to squeeze out every bit of this car as we get towards the tail end, or we're in the final third of the season now. So pretty much it is getting towards crunch time, pretty much, in terms of where it's very, very crucial, and maybe the pressure starts to build a little bit here as we get towards designing that gearbox. It's going to get finished just before the Russian Grand Prix, but I doubt it'll be ready to use in the Russian Grand Prix. We've got a 40% chance of rain at Russia, so we'll see about that. So we'll move into that and see what's what, but gearbox will be made. So here we go, we can fit this now onto our car, and reliability is going to be what, 68? Yeah, you know what, might just be usable if I remove everything and add just this on and go like that. 4 days after the Grand Prix, but it could get up to at least 75%. I would say that's doable, that's usable if we get up to that. It's not actually the best gearbox that we've got, so actually hang on, if I remove everything, add that on as well, and we go to 530 maybe. Let's see how that goes. Literally 1 day, and what is it now? What's it going to be? It is on 74%, and it is actually, you know what? It's not even the second best gearbox. It's still got a little bit of way to go. Obviously, it's got the potential to get right up there, but it's not fully there yet. So I'm going to go all the way to 28.7, and we'll improve just this gearbox over the weekend then. And I'm going to design a new part. What do we need now? Probably another gearbox maybe, but we don't actually have any, we don't have legendary on the gearbox, I believe, no. So we can't actually go higher on this gearbox then, so we're going to have to do something else. What else is kind of low? Suspension with first, rear wing with first, low speed third, second. So I guess, yeah, low speed then. I guess the front wing maybe takes another iteration then. So let's go for it. We'll go for 20 here because that's 117, yep. And then what can we do here? That's 1137. 1 like that. No, that's not any higher. What about that? 1157. Yeah, that's a longer build time, though, but I guess we can maybe afford it. And then, ooh, plus 70, but risk level. Can't really go for that, can I? And then fuel efficiency improved during the race. That's interesting. That's quite an odd one, actually. That could be quite cool, but that's also really odd. And there's no way I can do that without removing the risk level, so that's quite frustrating. So, I don't know. May as well go for that, but isn't that already the max we've got? 1157 then, pretty much. If I go to my parts, improve parts, front wing. Yeah, we've already got that. So, like, I don't see the point of really doing that. We're just wasting time and money of doing that. So, I'm going to improve something else then. What have we got calendar-wise? What else is going to be crucial? Deceleration, top-end speed, low speed, high speed, top-end speed. Well, the engine's clearly very useful. So, we might actually just go for another engine. I mean, we're off number 1 in the engine department, but if we get an even better engine, I don't know, just boost it anymore, but it might take too long then, so I might want to just do something like the brakes, which will take a little bit less time in reality. So if I go back to design parts, brakes will take 4.4 days on base level, so we may as well just go for it, I think. So let's do plus 20 deceleration, and then plus 40. There's not really much else to do, is there? Just this one. 1139, though. That's quite a good improvement there. That only costs us 600k, and it will only take us a few days. 8 days. Yeah, that's not bad, actually. Quite a low build time for improving that part. So let's move on, then, into Russia. Apparently, it's going to be sunny all the time, but there is 40% chance of rain, which is pretty high, actually. So we'll see. Very high tire wear, of course. So we'll go for 5 sets of super softs, we'll go for lots of softs, and I'll go for 4 sets of mediums as well. Probably in practice I'll try and get knowledge on the soft and medium. In terms of fit parts, they were all happy about that last time. The only swap I'm going to make is I'm going to give one more part to Verstappen, which is going to be the front wing. So that's the only change I'm making. So I think Gasly still has the better... The only thing Gasly has better now is suspension. That's it. Everything else is to Verstappen. But Gasly's still happy with the car, so that's all fine. So let's get into it. Right, taking practice, set up from previous seasons. It's quite close, actually, on the downforce levels for Gasly you're about to see here on this one. Right on the edge, so I don't think that's going to be probably correct with Gasly. We're going to have to do some tweaking there, probably. But we'll send them out for this first run and see what's what, but bring them straight back in. But yeah, you can see a lot of people on mediums. Actually, quite a few people on super softs there. So once again, I'm the odd one out, using the middle tyre in practice a lot, but it's worked out for us so well. Like, it's just been way more flexible. It allows us to make decisions mid-race and not pay the price if we're out on the softest compounded tyre. Obviously, sometimes it's backfired a little bit, but most of the time it works out there. But setup-wise, oh no, I lied. Gasly's perfect there. So who knew the extreme downforce level for him is literally perfect. So all I've got to do now is get the speed balance right. And both of them are good on speed balance, so I don't really know where they want to go with that. Because they go high on downforce, I'm going to say maybe let's go towards acceleration and see how that pans out for us there. And you just need to do this little tweak to get the handling back there. That's going to be the one, I think. Hopefully. I'm going to go for A laps and just see how it goes with Gasly then. Probably knowing my luck with setups, it's not going to be the right way. He wants to go towards top-end speed, even with the high downforce. But Verstappen needs some tweaking there, 90%. So I'm going to go for a little bit more high downforce since Gasly seemed to like it. So we'll go to about there. Handling-wise, maybe go back to oversteer to around there. And then let's go down, like I said. I'll try and do what I did with Gasly, basically, and see how that works out. Go for 4 laps, I'll bring him back in straight away. But both of them are going to take a while to change the setups. Takes actually quite an absolute age with Verstappen to change that setup. But now we'll bring them in. We'll bring him in again. But at the moment, they're Vettel and Leclerc. 1-2. Where's the Merc going to come in? There we go. 8/10 ahead. And oh my god, that was the complete wrong way to go with Verstappen then. That is horrendous. All right, going back then. So you are doing the complete opposite. Going lower downforce to Gasly. So about there might be the excellent. It's good on the handling front. So actually somewhere in the middle might be the one. Something like that, maybe. And then speed balance, no, you did not like that. That was okay. That was good. So let's go the other way then and see how that works out. That might be the one. Let's quickly just move that suspension back to about there. Yeah, let's see how that goes for Verstappen. And in that case, I'm pretty sure Gasly's got the wrong gearbox there. Yeah, it's got worse. The speed balance got worse. So he wants it towards top-end speed. So I'm going to bring him in now. Quickly do that setup before I keep him out on that stint there. So I knew it. It was going to happen. Go towards high downforce. One top-end speed, though, on the gearbox. So we're going the other way then. We're going to about there, I think is going to be good. If I can bring this back. Yeah, okay, we're going to go with that. That's going to be, I think, good enough. That'll be like a 96% maybe, or 97 if we're lucky, with 2 excellents and a great, hopefully, with Gasly. And then Verstappen is, I need to bring him in, actually, my bad. I forgot to bring him in. He went out for one more lap extra, but he will come in. And, okay, we've gone 1 step forward, 2 steps backwards there. So we've got the handling spot on. Downforce is not spot on. We need to go back to high downforce. It's going to be a little bit fiddly then, I guess. Maybe just a little bit lower might be the case. And then I do not know where you want to go with this, mate. So you want to go back, but not too far back? I don't know. Let's try something like that, because that's poor, so that's good. So I'd assume excellent would be on this side. So let's try that on the side. Bring Gasly in. The speed balance is feeling worse again, so I have no idea where this kid wants this setup to go. Both Verstappen and Gasly have been highly useless at helping me out here. So I don't know. Maybe it's more subtle than I'm thinking. Maybe it's literally a little subtle move like something like that, which is going to be the great. It seems like the speed balance is really, really sensitive to tiny changes. So because I've done so much setup changing, I've only got level 2 right now on race trim and the tyres, because we've been bringing them in so much. And Verstappen now hasn't even finished a lap yet. Let's see. I'm waiting to see his radio messages. Aero setup's way better. That's good. You going to tell me anything about the speed balance though, my man? Let me know how the gearbox is. Speed balance is right on the money. Okay, that's good. That's good signs. We're level 3 now. That's awesome. So I'm going to bring them both in and check the setups then. There we go. 2 excellents and a great. So in the end, I was correct. It was kind of very, very sensitive on the lower bar there. So now I'll go 8 laps, and I may as well get some medium tire knowledge just in case. We've got 9 minutes to go. I reckon we could get it, actually. And Verstappen's 1 excellent and a great and 2 greats. Some amount of mediums. 94%. We could go a little bit better, but I don't know where to go. Maybe again, like Gasly. That was poor, that was okay, that was good. So maybe like a tiny smidge that way, and then I need to somehow bring this back like that. Let's try that for size. Tiny tweaks to speed balance, just a tiny bit, and we'll see how he does. 94% to, well, hopefully we get to 96 or something like that. That'll be quite good just by the end of practice. But now 7 minutes to go. That bar's getting quite a lot there. We might get a level 2, not 3 actually, to be honest. But gives us options here, because everyone, pretty much barring 4 drivers, are on mediums right now. So it seems to be the tyre of choice. But like I said before, we've always gone a little bit different this season so far, and it's worked out for us. Right, grid-wise, Verstappen's been really done dirty there. 21st place, Gasly P16. Depends on where Hamilton is, really. Vettel's on pole. Hamilton's 3rd. Oh, my lord. Okay, this is going to be a difficult one then. Verstappen has it all to do from 21st to get back up into the top 3 there with Vettel and Hamilton on the heels. Setup-wise then, doesn't look like there's going to be any rain. There's been no inkling of it, and Verstappen went backwards on the setup, so we're going to use this one. 94% in the end of it. Tyre-wise, 60 laps then. 41 laps should be a one-stop on soft tyres. So once again, middle compounder tyre is the way for us to go. The one-stop, it may not be very interesting, but it is going to be the best option for us. Strategy-wise, attack, overtake, and then the knowledge finally. Soft level 3, race trim level 3, and hoping Gasly not to do well. You know, he won the last race, so I'm expecting him to keep the fine form. Hopefully, he had last race, and also help on in this fight with Red Bull versus Mercedes, and also could help Verstappen out if he's also fighting Hamilton or Vettel. So let's get into this then. As we're going to go to 5 red lights to the Russian Grand Prix, 21st and 16th on the grids. 5 red lights are out and we're underway. Verstappen with an okay start. Okay, a bit of a better one now. Into turn 1, goes down the inside of 1, 2, 3, 4 cars there, including almost his teammate Gasly. The Toro Rosso of Hulkenberg's had a good one ahead. Meanwhile, Hamilton's had a bit of a slow start. He's down to P9 from P3. So that's very good for us there. He lost 6 positions. Vettel's maintained pole. Hamilton's now making his way back up. He's up into P8. Verstappen is P14 now, so he's just overtaken Gasly there, but Gasly gets back as Verstappen slows quite a fair bit for some reason through the last corner, and Gasly sends one down another car, so he's up into P12. So once again, Gasly is leading the way for our team there and making our way through, so we just fast forward through this entire thing and try and see how far we can get up the order. We're going to go down to medium, neutral and high. We're up to P7 then with Gasly. Gasly's right behind Hamilton there. Verstappen's still mucking about in P11 for some reason. Don't know what's going on with him, but he needs to get a move on here. Right, I need to go conserve now because the tyre temps are already creeping up into that hot region, with Verstappen now overtakes Carlos Sainz up into P8 nearly, and you can see Gasly is still hounding Hamilton, and Hamilton is only just up ahead in P6, so he's struggling, and so we're actually got some pace to attack Hamilton here, and it's actually that is the better Mercedes car right now on P2. Vettel still maintains pole. Gasly round the outside nearly of Hamilton there. You saw into turn 1. Interesting times. Let's keep going here. Oh, bit of a lock-up for both those guys. We can use ERS. You know what? We're going to use ERS on this next straight here. Let's try and overtake Hamilton as we go through this next bend. I'm going to use ERS for both drivers there. Let's go. Use ERS. Let's overtake Hamilton. There we go. Both round Hamilton. Save that. Save that now. We'll go auto and go auto as Verstappen gets attacked by Hamilton again. But good work there, lads. Good work. Right. Let's try and pull away from Hamilton. No, Hamilton's coming back at us now. Verstappen's now ahead. We've swapped, so Verstappen's P5, Gasly's P7, and we're making a Mercedes sandwich here. So Verstappen's coming back so Hamilton came back a little bit there. He's on neutral, whereas we're conserving our tyres a little bit. But saying that, Verstappen conserving his tyres has just overtaken Ricciardo, something Hamilton couldn't do. So that's good. But at some point, I probably need to start saving fuel right about now, to be honest. So going to go conserve and medium and just see what's what. Gasly, he's still there, but now I don't know. I fear he probably won't be able to overtake Hamilton, and Hamilton's just overtaking Verstappen. Obviously, we're making sure we can do this one stop, whereas Hamilton is pushing on a little bit more. So I don't think I can worry too much about that. I think we'll come back at Hamilton later on in the race, and actually, you know what, we're going to come back at him a little bit right now as we go to neutral, because I've stopped conserving, and just that little difference is going to make us come back at him. And eventually, his tyres start to wear out, obviously, so I'd like to hope that eventually we should have the pace at the end of the stint to re-overtake him once his tyres start going off. But for now, the gap is about 3 seconds to Hamilton as he really starts to push on a fair bit. Gasly's still stuck behind Ricciardo, so I might use ERS now on this next straight just to make sure we get fully ahead of him. Let's use it down this straight. Come on, lad. Come on, P6. Let's push on. You know what? Let's use some overtake mode. We'll go low fuel later on in the Grand Prix. And let's try and get ahead of this Williams car, please. There we go. Nice. Right, go medium now, and we'll move on from here. Right, sit rep on lap 14 then. Vettel's still going on in first place on super softs. Same for Hamilton. He's very worn though. What's that percentage-wise? 24%. Very worn. So I suspect Vettel might come in on this next lap here. 15, 16 laps. I think it's probably looking like a 2-stop for these guys, unless I think it probably will be a 1-stop for them if they go on to medium tyres. But I'm kind of hoping Hamilton and Vettel don't go on to mediums, but it's quite likely. But we're within range. You know, we're 3 seconds back from Hamilton. So, 2 sets of softs versus super soft and medium. We could have the pace to overtake him. I think, to be honest, like in the next lap or two, I might start pushing with Verstappen because Hamilton's tyres are going to go off. And Vettel doesn't pit again. So, yeah, I think in the next lap or two, I'll start pushing. I'm going to conserve just to give us some leeway. Right, Vettel's pit. Hamilton's not pit yet. We're going to keep on conserving until about the next lap, and then I'll push flat out and try and see what we can do. Right, lap 19, Vettel's got an issue with his car. He's pit and he's behind us now on soft tyres, and he's going to pit again. So Vettel's basically out of this Grand Prix. He's got an issue. I don't know what happened there, but he's got damage or whatnot. So he's definitely doing a 2-stop basically. Even without the damage, I think he would be doing a 2-stop though. So that's good for us. Hamilton, is he going to pit this lap? I would say probably. You've got to say, yeah, there he is. First place there. He's going to pit. So we're going to get into first place. No, not yet. Hour's still going on soft tyres. So he's the spanner in the works, really. So we'll continue on and try and chase him down if you can. And Hamilton has pit onto super soft tyres. He's behind Gasly by 2 seconds. But he's on supers, so he's definitely doing a 2-stop than Hamilton, which is great news for us, because then, with Vettel out of it, the only man really challenging me for first place now is actually Auer, the man I've written off many times. But to be fair, he's there, he's on the soft tyres as well, which seems to be a good race tyre, so he's here with us on this strategy. Right, Hamilton just at the far side of the Grand Prix. He's chasing down Gasly very quickly indeed. I don't think there's much point really fighting him too much because he's going to overtake us eventually. And there's still a 6-second gap to Verstappen. But if I could hold him up, that would be kind of ideal. But I'm not going to push Gasly. And in fact, I need to conserve really if I need to try and get to lap 30. So really, Hamilton probably has a very good chance of getting past us. Worn tyres for Gasly right now, lap 26, 4 laps to go. So already probably going to be very fine on defending against Hamilton. But to be fair, for this at least half lap, Gasly has defended quite well actually. So fair play there, mate. There we go. Finally, though, next lap, lap 27. Hamilton's passed, using ERS there. We're just going to continue on. 28% wear. Right, I'm going to go pushing for Gasly now. I'm going to push for 2 laps, and then we'll come in. Right, go for a fast pit stop with Gasly. His tyres only went 29 laps, but to be fair, I was pushing quite a fair bit earlier on in the race. You can see Verstappen's comfortably going to make 30 laps, so definitely I need to go a little bit easier on Gasly then. I'm now going to start going flat out attack with Verstappen because he needs to now push in and try and maintain that pressure on Auer. Meanwhile, Gasly will go neutral and medium, try and save some fuel here in this race. He's 2 seconds ahead of Vettel, who obviously had to make that extra pit stop for damage, so that'll be interesting maybe. I think it'll be Gasly v Vettel at the end, and then Verstappen will be facing Auer and Hamilton. We're going to continue on for one more lap here, and then we're going to come in. Right, fast pit stop, recharging the battery, and actually use all the ERS I had saved up, which is about 80% of my ERS, down this one straight. And it's been so powerful that I can almost now go down the inside of Auer. So we might even overtake him on track, nearly get close. But no cigar there, but we'll come in anyway, and we might be able to jump him maybe in the pit stop. Let's see. Oh, no, not quite. He did a fast pit stop as well. Fair play, fair play. Going to go low fuel as we go down the pit lane here, and then go medium, and medium. We've overtaken Auer on the outlap there. Great stuff there from Verstappen. Pounced on him, and we're at the order already. Good stuff there. Right, we need to save fuel now. That's the task at hand. And now we'll try and control this. Auer is back up into second, so he's fighting back, to be fair to him. But also at the same time, yeah, we're fighting for the constructors, but drivers-wise, I need to really just focus on Hamilton. We should be comfortably covering him off. And it's only 2 seconds to Auer, who's probably, he's probably pushed his fuel a little bit more. And you saw how close we got at the end of the stint. So Verstappen can definitely do this later on. He's actually going to do it right now. We're going to go conserve, because I need to make sure we can go long on these tyres. And he's still pressurising him, and he's still overtaking him. So, yeah, enough said. I think he'll have Auer. You know, oh, and Auer's made a huge mistake. He's made a huge mistake. He's bottled that. And now Gasly is only a few seconds down the road from him. That's interesting. Okay, Gasly, go on, son. Right, Hamilton's pits. He's going to be down to second place. I think he'll come out in third as well, surely. Or does he overtake Auer? Yes, he does. He ran wide so far that Hamilton's overtaken his teammate. And he's now 3.7 behind us. So the one-stops work to get us track position, but now we've got a very uneasy run to the end of the race where Hamilton's going to be pretty damn rapid, I think. Right, lap 43, Hamilton set another fast lap of the Grand Prix. He's done that 3 times now since we basically had this situation. And so he's within 1 second of us. We're pushing fuel, but I don't want to push the tyres because I need to keep them in check, especially if Hamilton is wearing those super softs out. He might want to go again for a third pit stop. I don't know. Just need to make sure we have options open. And with Gasly, we're still P4, 4 seconds back from Auer. I'm hoping eventually we could catch him a little bit slowly but surely maybe. But meanwhile, back to this 1.6 the gap. Right, we'll go back to medium. I need to save fuel, and we'll just keep playing cat and mouse basically with Hamilton, essentially with the fuel pushing. Hamilton's pit again. What did I say? Lap 50. Hamilton pits again. He didn't even have 2 worn tyres there for some reason. He might have had damage, actually, that I just didn't see. But Gasly now is right behind him, and he might actually be able to overtake him. I don't know. Is there any point, though? No. Let's just run Gasly's race, actually. I was going to say let's use ERS and try and push and overtake Hamilton, but there's no point because he will be faster now on these brand new super soft tyres. And with that, good timing. Vettel set the fast lap of the Grand Prix. He is quite far away from us, but let's make sure we finish ahead of Seb and get P4 with Gasly here. Meanwhile now, it's basically Auer v Verstappen, and there's a 16-second gap. So I'm going to just keep like this with Verstappen and just try and control this then. Make sure we have fuel in the tank just in case we need to push later on. And with Gasly, I'm saving fuel now. We're back in the green nearly. And so I want to try and push ahead and try and get Auer if we can, because they're only 3 seconds up the road. Right, Gasly's within 1 second of Auer. Hamilton's been released. He's up into P2. But he's got 17 seconds to make in 6 laps. No chance. And Verstappen has a lot of fuel to burn. Good tyre wear. He's easy. Gasly, meanwhile, has to save some fuel. So it's going to be tough to maybe overtake Auer. But I'm trying to see if I can get to the end of the Grand Prix, last 2 laps, have ERS, have some fuel to burn. I think we can maybe get him because we're within 3 seconds there. And Auer is going to be slow at the end of the stint, just like he was previously, maybe. Right, Auer's on 20% tyre wear. We're on 30%. So we have tyre wear for this. 3 seconds to go. I'm going to start pushing now, tentatively, and let's see how this goes then. Right, go full out attack with Gasly now. We may as well do the same with Verstappen as well. We're now a little bit low on fuel, so go back to medium, try and save some of this first sector. Really pushing the tyres now. We're gaining 7/10 there. Going to use ERS down this back straight. I'll save some for later on. Save that much. Right, we're closing in. 1.2. It's close. Final lap of the Grand Prix, Gasly. This is now or never here, mate. Now or never. And then Verstappen going to go flat out overtake mode. I need to try and get a good fast lap, maybe. Let's see. No, not very quick in that sector. Might have lost the fast lap, unfortunately. And Verstappen's low fuel now, so let's go low. And there we go. Gasly, come on. Go on, son. You're right there, side by side. You can do it, mate. You can do it. Come on. All right, we've got ERS. Use it. Come on. Pass him. Yes, there we go. Medium fuel. Come on. Right to the end, mate. Right to the end. High fuel. Through the last corner. You can do it, mate. Don't run out of fuel, though. Don't run out of fuel. Keep going, mate. Use that 1%. No! Our had ERS right at the end. You little cheeky mug. Oh, Our had ERS. A lot more ERS than us. Right at the end. Right at the death. Clever work there, to be fair, from him. But still, P4. Fair play, Gasly. Good race there. Could have got P3, but alas, just at the end there. But Verstappen with another win this season. We're now 6 wins to Mercedes 5. That is what we like to see. But Hamilton got the fast lap of the Grand Prix, I'm pretty sure. But Verstappen with the win. Great stuff there, mate. We're going to be very close now to Hamilton, the championship for the drivers. And constructors-wise, we've done a solid job. Solid job. Yeah, so Hamilton did get the fast lap of the Grand Prix, so we gained 5 points on him there. So drivers-wise, there we go, first place trophy. Drivers' championship-wise, we're now 10 points within Hamilton in the championship there. So we're still piling on the pressure now, and now we're building 2 wins on the trot with both our drivers. So really good momentum there. And we're now 47 points. So we only gained 2 points there, actually, that race, which is not a lot for actually how much work we had to do there. But obviously getting the fast lap of the Grand Prix with Hamilton helped out, and Gasly right at the death losing out to Our, which is unfortunate. But still 2 points gained, which is decent enough still. So all in all, solid episode, and it's another win. So can't complain about that. You know, it's taken a long while to get the car to the point where we can, you know, really get these consistent wins here and, you know, do battle with Mercedes straight out and out. So guys, if you did enjoy that episode, then be sure to hit that like button. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. We've got 1.8 million, which is still a lot considering we don't have that last sponsor. So that's still a lot of money actually we're getting in there without that financial backing there. And yeah, if you're on your end, hit subscribe for weekly F1 content, guys. And I'll see you guys next time. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye.